What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the All Things Philly podcast, hosted by myself, Ethan Reich. And today I'm joined with my good mate, Davian. How you been, bro?
What's up,
Make
guys?
another appearance on the podcast.
Good, man. Catching up on footy. Been some really good games recently.
Yes, sir.
So I'm excited for this little break that we have.
Yep,
The
international break. Some teams dropping their 26-man team, one of them being England. And let's get right into it. So I have a team that I constructed like a 26-man team that I'll probably comment about and compare it to the team Southgate picked. So starting off with keepers, he picked Dean Henderson, Nick Pope, and Aaron Ramsdale. I agree with Ramsdale and Pope to an extent. I think you could maybe swap Pope out for who I think is Pickford should be in there, but I would prefer Pope to Henderson. So I think Henderson should be taken out for Jordan Pickford, just because he has that experience and the leadership needed. He's played in two major tournaments for England where they made the final and the semifinals of both, and he was an integral part to those runs. So I think he needs to be in that team. Maybe not start. I think he'd be in with a shout for starting against Ramsdale, but I think now that Pickford isn't there, Ramsdale is basically like surely the starting goalkeeper, right? Surely.
Yeah, I think if Pickford was in there, I would actually want him to start.
Me too. I agree.
Just because the experience, the goalie is really important. The experience, so especially with the international team. So I think the goalie situation for England kind of a little off, just because that is a position that you'd be like, all right, this is our number one guy, the first guy on the clean sheet, the team sheet.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you're undecided of what goalie you want to do, like what goalie you want to go with, it's going to be a little iffy.
Yeah.
But I think if Southgate didn't take Pickford, I think he made his mind up that he wants Ramsdale as goalie.
Henderson's a good pick because he has the most penalty saves in the Prem, so they could do like a 2014 Tim Krul scenario.
Yeah, switch out the goalies.
The thing I'm really surprised about, this is very un-Southgate like. He has like these favorites that you almost are a sure thing to be in the team. I thought Pickford was one of those, and he's completely out of it. Now, this isn't the full World Cup team, like the guaranteed team going to the World Cup, but 2 months to go until the World Cup. These are basically the players that are most likely going, you know what I mean? It's almost like a 90% chance, so yeah, those are the keepers. Now we're going to move into the defenders. So, England have picked Trent Alexander-Arnold, Ben Chilwell, Connor Cody, Eric Dyer, Mark Gahey, Reece James, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, John Stones, Fikayo Tomori, Kieran Trippier, and Kyle Walker. I think there are a couple sure things about these picks. Walker, Stones, James, Trent. Although Trent might not start, I think
Chilwell as well.
Chilwell, yeah. Some players that might surprise people. Harry Maguire. Personally, me speaking, he doesn't really surprise me being in there because of that, like we said, that leadership, the experience he had in these major tournaments. And for England, we all are aware Harry Maguire is decent. Will he start and play often ahead of like Fikayo Tomori, who's been really, really good for Milan? Eric Dyer, who I think deserves his place, has been really, really good for Spurs this year. Stones, I don't think Harry Maguire is getting ahead of those three guys. But if England play a back three with the two wing backs, I think Trent would play that right wing back role like he does for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Chilwell on the left. Then that right center back could either be Reece James or Kyle Walker. And then you could put Maguire in the middle and then Tomori on the left.
I think you put Kyle Walker in that right center back spot.
I agree.
There's a few names I'm not sure about. I think Gaethje. What was his name?
Connor Cody as well.
Connor Cody. I know he's been he's been in the squad.
He's been a Southgate favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he's a good sort of backup, be on the bench.
Yeah.
In case anything goes wrong. What were the other names?
Trippier is a Southgate one, but he's been pretty good for Newcastle.
Yeah, he has more flexibility too. He can play center back, right back. I like Reece James in case Alexander-Arnold is not picking up his form.
Right.
Or if
we need defense, Reece James is a much better defender than Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think we could agree on that.
Yeah.
So if you're playing like, if it's like a 1-0 game in the 60th, you take Arnold off, you bring Reece James on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Shaw, people might be surprised about that as well, but we only have one left back in Chilwell, and Shaw is a pretty good left back as well. He had a really good Euros, a decent World Cup. I think he deserves his place as well.
Yeah, I think it's more or less just not really anyone else that could play that left back position in case we want to play forward at the back. Because Joel,
he's more of a wing back.
He's more of a He'll be crossing in the ball for Harry Kane more. I feel like Luke Shaw would be more.
I mean, Luke Shaw scored the goal against Italy, so that you know how them fullbacks get forward just based off that.
Exactly, yeah. So, I mean, that's just by position need, I think.
Yeah.
And then, were there any ones we haven't talked about? I know you were talking about Tomori.
Gay, we talked about. Yeah, Tomori's been really, really good for Milan. Really, really good. He definitely
lefty as well.
Yeah, youth. So deserves his chance. But I think we took a lot of defenders, and that maybe compromised from the midfield selection, and we're gonna get into that now. So, Jude, sure thing. Mason Mount, sure thing. I think as well. Declan Rice, sure thing. And they have Ward-Prowse and Phillips. I love James Ward-Prowse. He definitely deserves this trip to Qatar. One player who I think should be in this team is James Maddison, though. He has the second most contributions of any English player, right behind Harry Kane. Yes, his Leicester team is last in the league, but Maddison has been playing out of his position. He's a 10. James Maddison is a 10. And if you saw that goal against Tottenham on the weekend, that little flick volley over Lloris, that was so beautiful. Maddison has been playing an 8 role for Leicester. They play like a 4-3-3 with a 2 center mids and a CDM. Ndidi, Tielemans, Maddison, and that's just not his position. But England don't really play with a 10, so I could understand him not being in the team. But I feel like if you need to change formation, like late game, go more attacking, I think James Maddison's a perfect player to have come on that 10 role. I know they have Mount, who's good, and he's more versatile than Maddison, but I really like James Maddison. I think he should be in this team.
I think so as well. I'm not quite sure. I think it was, like, position-wise, I think it was either Mount or Maddison. You take one of them.
Yeah.
And he chose Mount, which, I mean, I kind of agree with in a sense. I know I've seen games where Maddison is just carrying Leicester, but he can only go so far. And it might just be by team form, like the teams they play with, but I'm not sure. So, are those all the midfielders, though?
Yeah, Bellingham, Mount, Calvin Phillips, who's, I think, getting surgery done on his shoulder but should be ready, which I like that addition. Rice and Ward-Prowse. Ward-Prowse deserves his call-up. He's been, besides his, like, free kick specialty, he's actually a pretty decent player for Southampton.
Yeah. No Henderson.
No Henderson.
Kind of surprising, but I mean, he's bringing in a lot of young players, so I mean, I was thinking bring Henderson just for the
experience,
the captain's armband, the experience. But let's see, man. Let's see what happens.
And then attackers. I think this is where the most controversial part comes in. Tammy Abraham. I think I'm a huge Tammy Abraham fan. As I can see him wearing the Chelsea shirt, this is our biggest mistake, letting this guy go. He's everything we want. Tall striker, fast, powerful, finisher, ruthless, and we just give him up. Now look at him balling out with that ball in Serie A. I can't stand it, but this is his time. This is Tammy Abraham's time. Jared Bowen. Last year was really, really good. Don't get me wrong. But come on. No, I'm sorry. He's not playing, right? No way he plays. You think Germany's going to look at the team sheet and go, oh shit, Jared Bowen's playing? No disrespect, but I haven't heard, except for that play on Mendy, where I think he was the one that got taken out and VAR ruled it as a foul on Mendy. I think it's the only Jared Bowen highlight I've seen all year. No offense.
I know he's been good, but I just don't know. He's not going to start. So then you look at, how could he make an impact as a sub? Right. I just don't see him. He doesn't really have that. I would think
Maddison makes more of an impact than.
Yeah, even as he could, what are they playing at Bowen at left wing? right? I'm
Right
guessing
wing,
like a winger.
wing. I think right wing because he's
Right
left-footed.
wing.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, you're thinking of who you're gonna take off from Sancho. I mean, I feel like Sancho can go more of a longer
Sancho
game,
isn't
and I'd
even in the
rather.
team. There's no Jadon
Wow.
Sancho.
So yeah, then
No, no
there's
Marcus Rashford either.
I could see that, but
Yeah,
Sancho, I mean, he's been playing a little bit more on form. I'm kind of surprised he's
yeah,
not there. I would probably swap him for Bowen, honestly.
yeah. I speaking about Rashford real quick. He's a great getting behind finisher, but technically, like
Hmm.
as a player, I don't
No,
know. I don't know. Just because I, it's weird. He's a winger. I mean, I don't even know what he is. I think he's a striker, like a team over type player. But I think sometimes he shows that he's technically really good on the ball, like dribbling wise, but he hasn't shown that recently. So I'm not sure. So
hmm
I think it's a good idea to leave him out because he's only just starting to get back into form. I mean, he has like what, at least 3-4 more tournaments left to go in him. So
Oh yeah, he still needs a little bit more time
yeah,
to progress because
yeah.
you got to figure out what he is gonna serve
He
as
don't. He
England. Is he
don't.
gonna be
He
a
doesn't
winger or
know.
is he gonna be a striker?
He doesn't, and that he doesn't know that himself, which is
And then I feel like that's a good reason to
yeah,
leave him
definitely,
out of the squad.
definitely. Phil Foden deserves it, definitely.
Yeah, oh definitely. Yeah,
Grealish, I think he's really good. I think Grealish is a good call. Maybe
hmm
Sancho over Grealish, maybe, but I like Grealish in
I
there.
think at that point you could just do Sancho over Bowen.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Kane, obviously. Saka's really, really good. I love
I
Bukayo
like
Saka.
him. Another one that can play wing back.
Yeah. Another addition who I think could have made it is in the midfield, ESR, Smith Rowe, even though he hasn't played in a while. Um, I think maybe in the future he'll be a England international, but I could have seen
Definitely
him
in
as
the
well.
future. Yeah.
They got Sterling and Ivan Toney, who has been really good as well. Sterling, I think, one of Chelsea's best players this year. Has to,
Oh yeah, nah, he's been performing definitely. I like Ivan Toney pick. He's just
yeah,
been crushing it for Brentford.
yeah. So yeah, that's the
Doing very
England
in the league.
team. I think the big disagreement we have is Jared Bowen. There's probably a couple
Hmm.
players that I'd put over him, but
Yeah, Sancho. I
yeah.
mean, even Hudson,
I
even
mean,
like Hudson Odoi.
yeah. I mean,
Uh,
he went to
he.
Bayern, Leverkusen, cooking it up there. So, I mean,
Oh,
I
he's at
think
Leverkusen. I thought he was at
I'm,
Lazio, right?
I think he went to Leverkusen. I'm pretty sure.
He did. Oh wait. I think yeah. I think he
Yeah,
did. I
yeah.
think he did.
I think
Yeah.
Lazio's a shout, but I think Bayern
Yeah.
swept them up. They're not doing too good in the
Yeah.
Bundesliga. But anyway, I think Southgate leaving out players like Pickford, Sancho, and Rashford, like he's giving that message that like he's picking players purely off form, which is a decent thing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Coming into the break, you're gonna want players that have form, and being England, you have a big pool of
You have a
players, so it's not
huge
like you're
pool
like
of talent.
reaching.
Huge.
Yeah.
I
So it's not like
think
you're like reaching for like a lower graded player that is performing well. Now you have a big
right.
pool of players, so you take the ones that are being more consistent on the
Right. Like I
teams.
think in prior tournaments Southgate would just pick the good players, right? Players that you think, oh, everyone in this team could be in the starting 11, but there's not enough spots. And there would be way too many
Yeah.
changes to the starting 11. I think
Mhm.
with his picks now, England are going to have their starting 11 that starts game in, game out, most likely.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the
I
England
think
team.
so too. Yeah, because I know last World Cup he was interchanging
Yeah, way too
a
much.
lot of
Way
players,
too much.
and World Cup you can't do that. I mean, maybe a few interchanges just purely because of fitness. I know
Fitness,
you have
yeah.
three days in between
Yeah.
your next game.
Like if you're
Your group stage,
top
so
of the
it's
group by
not
like 5 points and you're playing the last game, then you can interchange. You know what I mean? But
exactly.
not
Yeah.
game in,
So
game out. No.
yeah.
Like
So then
Brazil
I
got
think
their 11. Germany got their 11.
yeah. There's always going to be interchanging pieces,
Right.
but not like it should be a whole like new 5 players into
Yeah,
the squad.
exactly.
That's just too much, you know.
Exactly. So that's the
So
England team. And we're going to talk about USA, who I'm
why not,
honestly,
right?
I think we could we could turn some heads this year. We have such a young team, and I feel like, especially the
Youngest
next World
team, I
Cup, we're
think.
gonna be so good. Like we have so many decent, like good players. Let's just get right into it.
Perfect timing. The next
Yeah.
World Cup team is
Oh
going to
yeah.
be here.
Oh
So
yeah. Oh, and we're ready to
It's gonna be-
qualify. So Do
automatically.
Mexico and Canada also qualify? Yeah, right.
I believe so. Yeah, they're still working out like how exactly we're
Yeah.
gonna. I think either we're gonna go through qualifiers, like still be qualified, but just go through them,
Right. Right. Okay, makes
to
sense.
determine what other teams from
Yeah. Yeah.
CONCACAF go
Yeah.
through. I think
Got
that's
it.
how they're gonna do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So goalkeepers. Who you reckon? I'm not really too up to date with USA goalkeepers, but yeah, Stefan. I know.
Which ones are the one? Do you have the squad
I
on
don't.
here?
Yeah, I'll look it up if you want to just talk
Yeah,
until
yeah,
then.
yeah.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, I know Stefan is the main one they usually go with. They were playing Matt Turner
Mm.
a few games. He was playing okay, and then I know what's the other goalkeeper that kind of saved the day against Mexico. I think.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about? Ethan
Yeah.
Horvath.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah,
yeah.
I have the team right here.
All right, let's see.
Okay, so yes, for the goalkeepers they have Ethan Horvath, Sean
Okay.
Johnson, and Matt Turner. I like those.
So no Stefan. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not really up to date on what's going on. I think he's hurt. I'm
that
not sure.
or I think he might have got
And-
loaned out. I'm not too sure though. On Stefan, I think he doesn't play that often though, and when he does, like he makes a couple mistakes.
Yeah, and I know Turner. He's on Arsenal, or
Yep,
is he loaned out as
Arsenal.
well? He's on Arsenal.
Yeah, I think he
I don't know
started.
if
I think he started like Carabao Cup a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, so then that's most likely why.
Yeah.
Just based off form, I like the Horvath pick
Yeah.
because he came in. He proved that he could play for the team and he could make some big saves, especially in extra time. And then who was the other one again?
Sean Johnson from NYCFC. I've been a big fan of him in the MLS. but-
Yeah, I like how he plays. You know, he's playing for NYCFC.
A while.
I mean, I guess that's just.
I think he's third
I don't
choice.
know.
I think
He's just third choice.
Yeah. Defenders. We got a quick defense. So we got Reggie Cannon,
Okay.
Carter Vickers,
Okay.
Best from AC Milan,
Mhm.
Aaron Long, Chris Richards, who I'm big on as well.
Yeah, Chris Richards.
Joe Scally, Sam Vines,
Like that.
Yedlin, and Walker Zimmerman.
Wow. I mean, I don't think you can really pick another better defense.
Another like Anthony Robinson, maybe.
Yeah, I think,
From Fulham.
but just because who you got on the left? You got Sam Vines and
Yeah.
what's the other one you said?
There's Yedlin might maybe play there, maybe Dest. You got
Yeah.
Reggie Cannon.
I think just because you chose Reggie Cannon, Joe Scally, you got Serginho Dest that all play on the right. I feel like maybe you could have taken one of them out, put Anthony Robinson in. But I like how he really focused on Sam Vines, that he's going to be on that left back. So that gives him a boost. You know, it's like he doesn't have to compete against anyone, and you got interchangeable just in case. You know.
Yeah.
And then
I think we have one of the quickest defenses as well compared to other defenses.
I really like Chris Richards.
Yeah, he's the Bayern guy, but he got loaned out, or did Palace buy him?
Yeah, he's loaned out. I think he's loaned out.
Yeah.
And then I like Zimmerman a lot too.
No John Anthony, no Brooks.
Workhorse. Sadly, no. I mean
I think
just gotta stay in there in 2014.
Yeah,
I think he was having some. I don't know. I think the coach was talking about he was having like some mental things. So I mean, you know, that could play a part. I'm not sure quite exactly what's going on, but
midfielders now. This is where it gets exciting. Kelvin Acosta, Tyler Adams, who is really good. Luca De La Torre.
We know about Tyler Adams.
We know all about Tyler Adams.
Yeah.
Weston McKennie. I love me some Weston McKennie.
Yo.
Yunus Munsa. Who I am so high on Yunus Musa. I love this guy so much. He plays so well for Valencia. Oh, I love him. And Malik Tillman.
I like that midfield. I mean, I feel like maybe you could put Aronson in there.
I think he's a forward. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, he okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah. So
I think like him, Reina are all under forwards. I think I could be wrong.
yeah, because Tillman, I'm not sure if I heard much about him.
Yeah,
Um,
I think it's gonna
I
be
mean, I know,
Musa, McKinney, Tyler Adams,
yeah,
Kellen Acosta.
that Tyler Adams McKinney combo is gonna be
Yeah,
crazy, man.
yeah, it's gonna be
Like,
insane.
I like Kellen Acosta's been playing really good in the
Yeah.
MLS.
So
I know that
where do you think Musa will play? You think he'll play as like a
anywhere.
cam, like a center
I
mid?
think I think either that's the thing because if he has a lot of like he could play any position, that's that might put him onto like the bench just so he can
Yeah,
come on for
yeah.
anyone, which I think would still be very impactful
I
and
think
that's
he's one of
really
our
good for
best
him.
players, though. I think Musa has to
Yeah,
go,
he
man. I
is.
think he's one of our best
I
players.
see. Yeah, I see him more on the right mid, but he could play as a 10. He could play. He can
A
even play as an
seven.
8. I
He's a
mean,
good
yeah,
left
yeah,
winger. But
7.
I
Yeah,
think he's best cutting onto his right foot. But I've seen him do that from like a 8, like the left center mid. So I think
yeah.
him and Adams, and then or him in the 10, and then Adams and McKinney backing him up in that 3-man midfield.
Because I think either he goes on the right
Right, he could do
because
well
I'm
on the
not
right as
sure.
well.
Yeah, because I know Luca Della Torre is a favorite of the coach. So
Yeah,
and he plays good for USA.
yeah,
So you got to figure out what
yeah.
pieces go
That's
where,
why I
who
think
you're
that
gonna
first
sub
game is
in.
really good. I think we play Wales, right? I'm pretty sure
Wales,
England. Yeah,
yeah,
I think
Wales.
it's an important game and the friends as well to
Mhm.
really get like we have so many young players, so many versatile players. Who goes into what position? You
Yeah.
know. But forwards, Brendan Aronson has to be there.
Okay. Yeah.
Paul Arreola, who could play a
Hmm.
boatload of positions.
Yeah.
Jesus Ferreira, Jordan Morris, Ricardo Pepi,
Wow.
the LeBron James of soccer, Pulisic, Gio Reyna, and Josh Sargent.
I like that. I mean, maybe take out one forward and put another midfielder,
Yeah,
but I mean, you can't really beat that
yeah.
forward. I mean, you got Pepe,
Reyna,
you got yeah. Reina could even play. I'm guessing he's putting Aronson at like
left
winger
wing. I'm
or
gonna
like
hot take. I don't think Christian
mm,
Pulisic starts. Hot take.
really.
Hot take.
Nah, I think
Just
he's
because
Captain America, man.
I hear that. I haven't seen him play in 3 years for Chelsea. It feels like he never comes on. When he does, it's for like 10 minutes. He loses the ball here and there just because he has no confidence. I feel like if because Aronson plays week in week out for Leeds and does well.
Yeah,
Ricardo Pepe is really really good. I think Reyna starts ahead of Pulisic. I think you play Musa ahead of Pulisic as a left winger. Ferreira, all these guys. I think they start ahead of Pulisic. I think.
I just think it's Pulisic on the USA is
I
just
know.
something different
I know. Yeah.
because he carried us through the qualifiers and he wasn't
Yeah.
getting game time during that
That's
time
true.
period either. So I feel like World Cup Pulisic is he's gonna carry us.
I
So I
hope, man.
think he starts
But
and
I've been such a big fan of him at Chelsea. He doesn't get any game time, like no minutes at all.
yeah, just it's not the right club for him. I don't think.
Yeah. And now
But
he's only
I
related
like
to Tuchel's gone, so
I like the pick of Pereira. He's
yeah.
been really good in the MLS. Areola as well. They both play on FC Dallas.
Pepe.
Yeah, Pepe as well. Oh, Pepe's in he's in
Netherlands,
Germany, I think, right? Nah, I think he's Germany.
Oh,
Isn't it Augsburg?
I think he might have got loaned out or something. I don't know.
Oh, maybe. Because I know they bought him.
Yeah, yeah. He was
German, yeah.
He's from
Yeah. So I know he's up and coming star. So I
Yeah.
really like how he played.
But I think he's a 9.
He has a-
Pepe, right?
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
a 9. And then Jordan Morris. I mean, you need someone to head the ball.
Come on,
That's
Lee.
simple as that.
Sargent as well.
Yeah.
I haven't talked about him. Josh Sargent's a good
Yeah.
player. He reminds me a little bit of like a Vardy type player. Like a lot of pressure,
Yeah.
like a lot of high energy, high tempo stuff from him.
I like his.
I like
that pick as
Sargent a
well.
lot.
Man, I like this team. And
I
both
I
these teams we talked about is in Group B.
I think
So
if USA don't get out of the round of 16, it's a little bit of like a disappointment. I think we have the team to do it. I really do. I really do.
that first game is gonna show like how
Where we are,
the
yeah,
momentum, yeah. Because look at how that carried us through 2014.
yeah,
That first game, late goal winner.
yep.
The whole country gets behind you. Players.
If we lose to Wales, we're not making it out of the group. Because England, we're not beating England most likely.
Yeah,
We have to beat Wales.
I think that Wales game is very important.
Very important. And I
Because
think the
then,
players know.
because then you're thinking, all right, let's say England beat Iran, right?
Which they most likely
Then
will.
we play England second game,
Yeah,
right?
pretty sure.
So then you go in with saying, okay, if we don't beat England, at least we have that Iran game to win, and we could just qualify. Especially if Iran and Wales tie, you have more points
You
against
could
them.
maybe
So
have
it would just
England and
be,
Wales tie. That could be a possibility just because, like, the land, like, turf wars type thing.
yeah. I mean, it could go either way.
I think
honestly.
USA are favorites to make out the group. Not favorites, but like them and England are both.
Yeah.
I don't.
And then if England starts slipping up, they
Which
don't
they
have a
could.
full 11. USA could just take that number one spot.
Which would be insane. I think
That
we
would
could
be
be a
insane.
couple teams though in the round of 16. I really do. I
We
think we
could.
could beat another ones. I really think we could. I think we could beat
We
another
could
ones.
definitely beat. We could beat the Senegal.
Senegal.
As well. We can definitely beat the Senegal.
Who
I
else?
feel like even if we could advance farther, and then we could even beat like the likes of Poland if they get to the quarterfinal.
Yeah.
We could beat I think we could beat Denmark.
Yeah. No, for sure. Like Germany, France, them teams most likely not. Spain. But I think we could be like the Netherlands.
Brazil.
Yeah, those teams. Belgium.
They're another level.
Yeah, we'll see. But
Nah, Belgium, I think we would lose as well.
yeah, me too.
Honestly.
Just like 2014.
Yeah.
But quick predictions. Who do you think is winning the World Cup?
Oof. Alright, so there's two different ones. So there's who I want to win and who
Yeah.
I think is gonna. Who I want, Argentina. I mean, I'm a big Messi fan. I love Ronaldo too, but if we can see Messi lift up a World Cup trophy,
Yeah.
that would just
That'd be, oh my God.
even Portugal as well. I mean, they would just go crazy.
I think
for
whoever
that.
wins, if
Especially if they
Messi or
didn't
Ronaldo
win.
win, no matter who, they're the GOAT. I think.
Yeah,
Even if
I think
Messi wins it, Ronaldo wins it, they're the GOAT.
yeah.
Now, who
And
do you think
then-
is gonna win?
Who I think. I mean, it's hard not to choose Brazil, right?
They're my pick
Like,
too. For who I think. Is
I
gonna
think
win.
it's France. I don't see repeating.
This is
yeah.
Brazil's year.
Yeah,
I mean, they're really young, but also really good. Like Brazil.
yeah.
Their older players
Like
are still really good, and the younger players are still amazing. So
yeah. All right. Well, what's a team that's gonna surprise you in the World Cup? That you think could surprise some
USA,
people?
man, I think USA could turn some heads. I really do.
Yeah, I think so too.
do. But I think a team that could surprise me in the wrong way is Spain. We've seen them do it before
Spain?
and bottle a couple World Cups. Like I really liked the last World Cup. I think they have the talent to win it all.
I think so too. I feel like
They like
a team that
they need their number 9 though. They need like a deliberate number 9.
yeah, like Moreno needs to play that spot.
Yeah,
I think.
he can be a winger. Like
Yeah.
they need a striker.
I think a team that's being a little overrated right now is Senegal. I mean, they won the African
Yeah.
Cup of Nations, but Mendy has been playing horrible.
Mendy has been
honestly. I mean,
atrocious.
I haven't seen a top goalie in the world that's playing as bad as him.
He
I think
looks
that
so
carries-
uncomfortable with the ball as well. So uncomfortable.
I think that plays a big role in the qualifiers because you got in that group you got teams like Netherlands. They're gonna press you, right? And then you got teams, even Qatar, they're going to play a high press.
Yeah.
And then you got Ecuador. I mean, they're going to play the highest press out of all. They got, the second youngest team in the World Cup. So I mean, that's gonna put a lot of pressure on your goalie, and I feel like that's gonna. I think they can even get last place. I really don't, not really high on Senegal as many people are. I think Qatar could beat them. All those teams in that group could beat them. So we'll see. Hopefully they because I know Mane isn't on the best form either.
Yeah.
There's a few players
that whole Bayern team, they're like struggling in the league. They're like 6th or 7th.
Yeah, I think Musiala is their best player.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see him. I think he gets called up.
Germany. But I think kind of sort of similar to England of recent years.
Mm-hmm.
What's their 11? Another big thing. Waste got injured again right before a tournament. You have to feel for this guy, bro. You have to feel for this guy.
Yeah, I mean, he puts everything on the line for his team.
Happened every single tournament, like of late. The Euros, the last World Cup, the World Cup before that, and now it's looking like he won't play another World Cup, and this might be his like last chance. Just sad.
Yeah.
But I think with my heart and mind, I think it's coming home this year. I really do. I really think it's coming
England?
home. I think so.
For USA, right?
We'll see. But no, England, I think they have too much. Like, they've been to the finals of the Euros, semifinals of the last World Cup. This is their year. It's now. I think Southgate, with his selection for this 26-man team, kind of showed that he's going for it. Like, he has his 11 or his 16 like set, and this is like these are going to be the players that play game in and game out.
Yeah, because I think even if they don't win this year, they still have so much youth, and they have like way better youth that are coming up as well. So
I think the same with Brazil as well. I think Brazil have a lot of good youth, but I think again they're really, really good now.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I think Brazil is my pick to win. If I were to bet, it would definitely be Brazil.
If I had to bet, it would be Brazil as well.
The heart is going for Argentina and Portugal, but we'll see what happens.
I think France could surprise some people and like not do as well as people think.
Yeah, you got Denmark in that group that I think they beat them twice. I think, right?
Also,
twice.
Don't count out Belgium.
Yeah. I mean, Croatia, I feel like I'm not really sure what's going to happen with them this tournament. Yeah. They got second place last World Cup.
Yeah.
And then we got Canada in that group, but I think I like Canada a lot, but I think they're going to lose all 3 games. Yeah, I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Because you got Morocco in there, they could win. Yeah, they got the best jerseys in the whole World Cup, in my opinion. But I just don't see them even getting a point. Honestly, their best player, their best striker, Santiago Jimenez, didn't even get called up. So it's not looking good for Mexico. I'm not gonna lie, but
like Poland, they have Lewandowski, one of the best.
Yeah, that team could just.
Another team that could surprise people, Uruguay. Watch out for Uruguay.
Yeah.
They could surprise people.
Yeah.
Araujo, Jimenez, Suarez, Nunez,
Valverde.
The
best season of his life.
Valverde's probably one of the best midfielders in the world right now.
Yeah, he's just so good. You got Cavani, Suarez.
Yeah, man. Nunez.
What more do you need?
Good.
They got
team. Araujo.
I know they got Muslera, who he had a few mistakes last World Cup.
Yeah.
But you just need a veteran goalie, and he's the one right there.
Yeah.
So you got Araujo, you got Jimenez for center back. I mean, that's a great center back partnership.
Definitely.
And I know you got that guy Viña. He's been playing good.
Yeah.
You got a few, obviously Darwin Nunez.
Yeah.
I honestly think he'll play more of a winger as a winger in Uruguay.
I could see that as well.
After that, or they play like a 2-striker.
And
Suarez.
More running behind, Suarez dropping deeper. Yeah. I think that's the same.
Yeah.
Kind of what Kane and Rashford used to do. Like Rashford would go, Kane would drop deep. It's gonna be a good World Cup though. One team as well, Portugal. They could surprise some people as well. They could surprise a lot of people.
It's another thing. It's just they switch players in and out every single game.
But they have
so much talent.
So much talent.
Like
back to front, man.
I think one of the best defenders on that team is the one that's been playing great
Yeah.
for my Manchester United,
Yeah.
Dello.
Dallo's been
playing
really
amazing,
good
out
this
of his
year.
mind,
Really, really
out
good
of
this
his
year.
mind. For I don't know what
Dallo's
someone.
been really, really good this year.
Yeah, so
Grimaldo,
he should get a
Diaz,
spot. Yeah, Joao Cancelo. I mean,
Cancelo's.
it just goes on and
That
on.
that goal Haaland scored against Dortmund, where he like rose up, great finish.
Mhm.
No one talks about the ball though. Outside the
Yeah.
boot, and he put it in a place where only Haaland could get it. And he's that like Joao
Yeah.
Cancelo, he could play. I'm pretty sure he could play any position. I swear to God. He's that. I think he's that good, Joao Cancelo.
But I know they got a really
Yeah.
Porto, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. They have like they saw like Podence, Neto, Jota, Bernardo Silva. Still so many good players. So I mean, it's gonna be an interesting World Cup, and I'll see you guys for the next episode. Have a good day, everyone. Catch y'all later.